In a fight that no one could have seen coming, two iconic names stepped into the ring. Mike Tyson, a legend in the world of boxing, known for his fierce power and indomitable spirit, and Jake Paul, a social media star-turned boxer, celebrated by a younger generation. Anticipation had been building for months as fans speculated on what would happen when an unbreakable force like Tyson faced off against Paul's unrelenting confidence and rising skills. The stadium buzzed with energy as both fighters entered, each one bringing a different kind of aura to the ring. Tyson stood calmly in his corner, his gaze sharp as a hawk's. Though he was in his late 50s, his frame still bore the strength of a champion. Across from him, Jake Paul bounced with enthusiasm, his energy high. He was younger, faster, and filled with the ambition to prove himself against a living legend. The bell rang, and the match was on. The two fighters circled each other, each calculating the other's moves. Tyson came out with measured steps, testing the waters with short jabs. He was focused, eyes locked on Paul as he analyzed his younger opponent. Jake, aware of Tyson's legendary status, kept his distance, staying on his toes and throwing a few tentative punches, gauging Tyson's speed and reaction. The crowd was on edge, knowing that at any second Tyson could launch one of his notorious power punches. But Tyson, ever the tactician, kept it simple. He knew this fight would require endurance, so he wasn't going to waste his energy too soon. The round ended with both fighters showing restraint, leaving fans hungry for more. The second round started and the fighters picked up the pace. Jake Paul grew more confident, throwing a combination of punches that landed cleanly. The crowd cheered, surprised by his accuracy and speed. Tyson absorbed the blows, his face unreadable as he studied Paul's style. Then, without warning, Tyson unleashed a powerful hook, a move reminiscent of his prime years. The punch grazed Paul's shoulder, and he stumbled, but regained his footing quickly. Tyson smiled, just a small, almost imperceptible grin, as he saw Paul's confidence flicker for a moment. This was the Mike Tyson effect, the psychological warfare he'd mastered over the years. Jake knew he had to stay composed, but the power behind Tyson's punch was unlike anything he had ever faced before. Jake shifted his strategy, beginning to dance around Tyson with faster footwork, using his youth and agility to his advantage. He bobbed and weaved, slipping past Tyson's defenses, and landed a quick uppercut followed by a jab. Tyson, unfazed, kept moving forward, stalking Paul around the ring like a lion on the hunt. Suddenly, an unexpected twist occurred. Tyson's knee seemed to give way, and he briefly stumbled. The crowd gasped. Was this a sign of his age catching up to him? Paul seized the opportunity, throwing a flurry of punches, hoping to capitalize on Tyson's momentary stumble. But Tyson's instincts kicked in, and he quickly regained his stance, absorbing Paul's punches with calculated precision. The round ended with fans unsure of what they had just witnessed. Was Tyson truly vulnerable, or was he simply setting a trap? As the fourth round began, Tyson came out with a renewed vigor, his body language signaling that he wasn't going down without a fight. He began to close the distance between them, trapping Jake against the ropes. Paul tried to dodge, but Tyson was relentless. He threw a combination of punches, landing body shots that visibly shook Jake. Jake managed to slip out from Tyson's grip and landed a sharp jab to Tyson's face. But Tyson retaliated instantly, launching a hook that sent Jake reeling back. The crowd went wild, each hit reverberating through the stadium. Tyson's power was undeniable, and Jake was visibly struggling to withstand the onslaught. Yet, to his credit, he stayed on his feet, refusing to back down. In the fifth round, the crowd could sense the fatigue starting to wear on both fighters. Tyson's age began to show as he breathed heavier, his movements slightly slower. Jake, despite his youth, was also visibly drained, the intensity of facing a living legend taking its toll. But neither of them was willing to give up. Jake changed his approach, opting to keep Tyson at a distance with long jabs and using every ounce of his remaining energy to avoid Tyson's heavy blows. But Tyson had been in this position before. Summoning the last of his strength, he moved in, throwing a devastating right hook. Jake barely dodged, but the punch grazed his jaw, sending him stumbling once more. As the sixth round began, the tension in the stadium was palpable. Both fighters were battered, yet neither had any intention of quitting. Jake, fueled by sheer determination, attacked with a series of quick combinations, catching Tyson off guard. Tyson absorbed the punches but retaliated with a brutal uppercut that landed squarely on Jake's chin. Jake staggered, the crowd on the edge of their seats, wondering if he would fall. But he regained his balance, giving Tyson a look of pure defiance. It was a battle of wills, a testament to the resilience and strength of both fighters. Tyson respected Paul's heart, and Jake, in turn, felt the weight of Tyson's legacy. As the final seconds ticked down, both fighters threw everything they had left, delivering blow after blow until the bell rang. The match was over, but the crowd continued to roar, their applause echoing through the stadium. Both men had earned each other's respect in a fight that would be remembered as a true clash of generations. The referee stepped forward, holding both their hands, and as the winner was announced, the roar of the crowd reached a fever pitch. As the dust settled, the referee stepped between them, lifting Jake Paul's hand in victory. The crowd erupted in mixed cheers and gasps. It wasn't a knockout, but a decision based on points. The younger fighter's endurance and agility had allowed him to outscore Tyson, who, despite his powerful strikes, had struggled with the pace toward the end. Jake looked stunned by his own victory, almost in disbelief as he glanced at Tyson, who stood unfazed. Tyson extended his hand to Jake, his face softened by a knowing smile. There was no bitterness in his eyes, only a deep respect. Jake took his hand, and they exchanged a few words lost in the roar of the crowd, but heavy with mutual respect. This was more than a fight. It was a meeting of two fighters, each from different worlds, yet united by the same relentless spirit. In his post-fight interview, Tyson was asked if this was the end of his career. He simply laughed, saying, "I've been down before, but I always come back." Jake's a good fighter. Today, he won fair and square. But there's always another round in life, you know? Jake, humbled by the experience, acknowledged Tyson's impact. Stepping into the ring with a legend like Mike, it's something you don't forget. I grew up watching him, and now I know firsthand why he's called the baddest man on the planet. This was more than a win. It's a lesson. The two left the ring, but they left together side by side, with the crowd still chanting their names. Tyson, the legendary force, and Jake, the unexpected victor, had given the world a fight to remember. A clash of generations that ended not with animosity, but with respect that transcended age, fame, and skill. The lights dimmed as they exited, but the echoes of the fight, its power, its spirit, and its unforgettable ending, lingered in the air, marking a moment that would be remembered in boxing history. The fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul was a showdown of skill, heart, and respect, a true clash of generations. Both fighters left it all in the ring, showing the world the spirit of champions. In the end, it wasn't just about winning. It was about mutual respect, legacy, and the shared love of the sport. Moments like these remind us why boxing captures our hearts and keeps us coming back for more. If you like this story, do not forget to like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel to support me if you want stronger and better stories to come.